Hello everyone, I'm Travis.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're Let's Get Wanderlost. In this video, we're going to go over all the food options that are available on board Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas. As with all of Royal Caribbean ships, there are several options for complimentary dining, which means it's included, and specialty dining, which means it's available for an additional charge. So we're going to go over each one of the venues, tell you a little bit about them, and let you know if they're worth trying or not. Let's start off with the included or complimentary dining options. All of the included or complimentary dining options are included with your cruise fare, and you can go as many times as you'd like. The first venue we'll talk about is one of the more popular venues on board Quantum of the Seas, and it's the main dining room. The main dining room is open for breakfast and dinner every day of your cruise, and lunch on your sea days. There are two different options for the main dining room for dinner. The first being traditional dining, which means you'll have the same table, same waiter, and same time each night of your cruise. And the other is My Time dining, which is more flexible, and you can make your own reservations or just show up during the dinner hours and you can be seated. Nicole and I really like My Time dining because it gives us the flexibility to go to different shows at different times on different days of our cruise without being set to one time. Other people may prefer traditional dining because it's predictable and you'll have the same table and the same waitstaff every night of your cruise. Also, there are several different themed nights for each night of your cruise in the main dining room. They range from Caribbean nights, Mexican night, Asian night, and your basic Bon Voyage and Welcome Aboard menus. The food in the main dining room is very traditional for a cruise ship. Make sure you try the prime rib.
Up next, we'll talk about one of the other very popular complimentary dining options aboard Quantum of the Seas, and it's the Windjammer Marketplace. The Windjammer Marketplace is the buffet aboard Quantum of the Seas, and it is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for each day of your cruise. The Windjammer also does themed nights for dinner each night of your cruise, usually very similar to what they're offering that night in the main dining room. But if you are not into those themes, there are plenty of other options available with your normal buffet staples. The Windjammer does get very busy during peak hours, so Travis and I like to go either right after it opens or right before it closes, or at just odd periods of time. So don't go for lunch at noon. It's a bad idea. The Windjammer is one of our favorite places to go on embarkation day. It starts your vacation off right, and you can get a gigantic plate of food.
Up next, we have Cafe Promenade, which is located on the Royal Esplanade on Deck 4. Cafe Promenade is a great place to get drinks, like your free iced teas and coffees, but it's also where you get small plates, sandwiches, and desserts.
Located right next door to Cafe Promenade is Sorrento's Pizza. This is where you can get that late night pizza, as they are usually open until about 2 a.m. And if you're feeling adventurous, make sure you check out the pizza of the day. Sometimes they have pineapple. Sometimes they have barbecue chicken. You never know what they're going to have besides your typical cheese and pepperoni, so make sure you check it out.
Located at the very back of the ship, near the 270 lounge, is Cafe 270. Cafe 270 is very similar to the Park Cafe on your Oasis class ships. It has breakfast and lunch located in this cafe, where you can get sandwiches and made-to-order salads along with breakfast sandwiches and other breakfast items in the morning. This is also a great place to get your specialty coffee to avoid the lines that are on the Royal Esplanade.
Up next, at the very front of the ship, we have the Solarium Bistro. This venue is open for breakfast and dinner each night of your cruise. For breakfast, you will find a buffet style very similar to the Windjammer, just on a smaller scale, so slightly less to offer. But it is a very quiet and easy place to get in and out of if you are trying to avoid the crowds. For dinner, the Solarium Bistro is buffet-style small plates with a Mediterranean theme, and the food there was actually much better than what you would find in the Windjammer. Think Windjammer, but elevated.
Now, as we head up to the Seaplex, which is the sports area of Quantum of the Seas, you'll find the Seaplex Doghouse. The Seaplex Doghouse is where they serve sausages and hot dogs with various toppings and bun options. Remember, if you ask for a lot of mustard, you'll get all of the mustard. But this is a great place to go for the kids when they're hanging out in the Seaplex and doing bumper cars, laser tag, or archery.
If you sail frequently with Royal Caribbean and you are part of their Crown and Anchor Club, if you are a Diamond member or above, they offer something called the Crown Lounge. This is free to anyone Diamond or up on their loyalty status. And throughout the day, they offer small plates. So for breakfast, you can go in there and grab some pastries, light bites, coffee, juice. And then later on in the day, in the evening, you can go there and get some little small appetizer style plates. So if you're looking for a quick snack and you are a loyalty member with Royal Caribbean, it is a good option to pop in there. The menu changes every day.
Now let's talk about some suite-related complimentary options. First up, you have the Concierge Club, which is located at the back of the ship above the suite neighborhood. And this is very similar to the Crown Lounge. They offer small plates for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, from pastries to hors d'oeuvres. The other suite exclusive restaurant on board Quantum of the Seas is Coastal Kitchen. This is located right next to the Windjammer, and it's basically an elevated main dining room for suite guests only. We've eaten at Coastal Kitchen on Icon of the Seas and Odyssey of the Seas, and both times it was excellent. So if you're staying in a suite, make sure you check it out, and do not forget about Coastal Kitchen. It's worth it.
The last complimentary option that we have is complimentary sometimes. So you have room service available on Quantum of the Seas 24 hours a day. And for breakfast, if you choose continental style, it is free. So you can order pastries, muffins, cereal, juice to your room each morning of your cruise, and there's absolutely no charge. But keep in mind, I said it's sometimes free because if you order the upgraded breakfast options or order anything else throughout the day, there is a charge and a gratuity fee as well.
Now let's talk about some specialty dining options aboard Quantum of the Seas. Specialty dining requires an additional fee or a dining package in order to go to these restaurants. Prices can range anywhere from a prix-fixe menu that starts around $30 all the way up to some of the more expensive restaurants like Chef's Table, which can be upwards of $100 per person. There's several different dining packages available through Royal Caribbean, everything from a single restaurant to 3 restaurants, or the ultimate unlimited dining package, which allows you to go to any restaurant you want, but there are some fees occasionally depending on which restaurant you go to. If you'd like to know more about the dining packages aboard your Royal Caribbean cruise, make sure you check out our video. We'll link it in the description. The first restaurants that we'll talk about aren't really considered specialty dining, but they do have charges. The first one is the Noodle Shop. The Noodle Shop is located on the pool deck, and this is where you can get fried rice and other noodle-style dishes. We tried the Noodle Shop a couple different times on our sailing aboard Quantum of the Seas. We really like the beef satay and the Kung Pao chicken. The Noodle Shop does have a few options that are included with your cruise fare, and they are small bites, which are like chicken nuggets, french fries, and hot dog bites. The other restaurant that is not included with your cruise fare that does require an additional charge but isn't really considered a specialty dining restaurant is the British pub located on the Royal Esplanade. The pub is called the Harp and Horn, and it has bar food because it used to be known as Michael's Genuine Pub. Nicole and I ordered the pub burger along with the fried mac and cheese bites and a couple different desserts, and all of it was very good. With an unlimited dining package, you do get a $20 per day credit for this restaurant, and we recommend eating there for lunch. It was really good. We enjoyed it.
Next, we have one of my favorite specialty venues, La Patisserie. So this is where you can get your specialty coffees, as well as upcharged pastries and cakes. They even have full cakes. So if you're celebrating a birthday or having a party, go get a full cake.
Now let's talk about the actual specialty dining restaurants. And the first one that we'll talk about is Chops Grille. Chops is located on the Royal Esplanade right next to the Schooner Bar, and this is the Steakhouse aboard Quantum of the Seas. We've eaten at Chops Grille on several different Royal Caribbean ships, and we've loved it each and every single time. We highly recommend the ribeye and the filet. Chops Grille is open for dinner every night of your cruise and lunch on sea days.
Up next is Jamie's Italian, located on the Via, headed towards the 270 lounge at the back of the ship. This is going to be your Italian restaurant aboard Quantum of the Seas. They serve up rustic pasta and delicious bread dishes. Jamie's Italian is inspired by celebrity chef Jamie Oliver, and this restaurant is open every night of your cruise and for lunch on your sea days. If you do not have a dining package, we recommend going for lunch because it is a more affordable option than dinner, but the menu is still very similar. The burrata appetizer with honey is delicious, and make sure if you like pasta, you try the carbonara and the cheesecake.
We'll head back over to the Royal Esplanade, and on deck 5, we'll find Izumi Sushi. Izumi is one of our more favorite specialty dining restaurants, and of course this is where you can get sushi on Quantum of the Seas. Izumi has a prix-fixe menu with excellent appetizers and sushi rolls, and of course, really good desserts. We recommend the Futomaki roll, the spicy crispy shrimp roll, and of course the mochi ice cream.
Right next door to Izumi, we have Wonderland, which is a very playful, fun, adventurous restaurant that is going to serve up very whimsical dishes that don't look like anything that you are expecting. It is Alice in Wonderland themed, and they take basic dishes, deconstruct them, elevate them, and turn them into something that you are not expecting. It is a very fun experience, and if you are an adventurous eater or looking to try something new, we would recommend it.
Up next, we have Vintages, which is the wine bar aboard Quantum of the Sea. This is located right next to Jamie's Italian in the Via on the way back towards the 270 Lounge. Vintages is known for their selection of wine, but you can also get small plates here, and your dining package works at Vintages. We've never tried Vintages, but if you'd like to try it and let us know how you like it, please let us know in the comment section below if we should try it on one of our future cruises.
The very last specialty dining restaurant that we are going to mention is Chef's Table. We do not have any video of this restaurant because you do have to have a reservation to eat there in order to go inside. However, it is located on deck 5 and is $100 per person. This is a several course dinner that is supposed to offer a very elevated food experience. This is one of the only specialty dining restaurants that we have yet to try. So if you have tried Chef's Table on any Royal Caribbean ship, leave it in the comments down below. How was it, and should we try it?
As we mentioned on our food video on Mariner of the Seas, Quantum of the Seas also does tours of the Galley that include breakfast, which is called Sip Tour Brunch. You can find this in the Royal Caribbean Planner. It's around $55 per person, and it takes place on your last day of your cruise. There you have it. That's all the food and dining options aboard Quantum of the Seas. We went through all the included or complimentary dining venues, along with all the specialty dining options. We even talked about a tour you could take through the Galley aboard Quantum of the Seas. If you have any questions about the dining venues or the dining experiences on board Quantum of the Seas, make sure you leave those in the comments section below. If you'd like to support our channel and you like this video, make sure you
like this video
and subscribe to our channel for more. If you need us, we're going to head right back up to that Windjammer because we're hungry and they have all the food. I'm Travis.
And I'm Nicole.
Thanks so much for watching.